Good morning, traders. This is Joseph with Smart Money Traders. Today is Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. I'm starting this stream way later than I wanted because I had to restart NinjaTrader. It wasn't responding, so that definitely set me back at least 15, 20 minutes. So now give me a minute to remind you the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not a recommendation to buy or sell any foreign exchange contracts or future contracts, and trading is difficult and trading is not easy. So we definitely want to make sure that we have the proper knowledge and proper capitalization to trade. Right, and even with that, there's no guarantee you'll make any money because most people will trade, lose money. So with that said, with that out of the way, let's look at the ES. It looks like ES at the open here was going higher. Now they're pushing it lower. So as you can see, this market, let's look at the big screen here. This market's been definitely a downtrend. Right now it looks like we're pushing lower here. We got to the support level market here, so you can see this was a support level, then now it's becoming resistance. So at the moment here, this market looks like it wants to go lower. So probably the same thing's happening on the NQ here. We got a support level. There was support here again last night, and then we're going lower here. Okay. It's definitely one of those days again. I think I may just try to trade LE, which is live cattle. It's a slower market. When I opened my Ninja, it was going down, which is, I think, what we want to see. We wanted to see a pullback here. So I think with the bar up here, we may just try to engage long. Yesterday and on live cattle, we had a nice bullish day. So let's see if we can continue that today. We'll go from there. All right, let's see if we can, the support level we're hitting here on the, oh, good morning. Yeah, definitely. I wish you have a great green day as well. Oh, you're heading out. Okay. All right, thanks for stopping by and supporting the stream. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, definitely. We're still going to let ES settle. It looks like, I think here, LE might be, LE doesn't look to be ready yet for a buy. So we're going to be, it looks like ES wants to go a little higher. Let's go back here. We're above the VWAP for the most part. Everything here is green, so I don't want to sell off here. It looks like some big push down here on the ES. Go back to LE and see what we're doing here. Looks like we're ranging. If we go higher, well, it looks like LE wants to go lower here. Now, maybe if we get a positive bar above VWAP lower here and ES. ES, we got a support here. Definitely want to be careful and don't try to sell it here. Should see a bounce here to the upside. Big bounce here. Looks like we're going higher now. Good morning. If you just joined the stream, we're looking at, wanted to buy live cattle, but it doesn't look like it's ready. ES now it's bouncing after a big decline here. Let me make sure I got my Geiger counter here. So let me know what you're trading and how things are going for you out there. You're having some, we started the stream a little later than usual today because we were having some technical difficulties with NinjaTrader. We couldn't, basically it just wasn't responding. After a while trying to make it respond, we had to restart the whole thing. At the moment, it looks like LE wants to go lower, but that could be like a double pullback that usually we talked about here. We might be want to go back up here. If it goes back up, we may want to buy it, but if not, let's look at gold. Let's look at gold in the big picture, bottom right chart here at the 30-minute. Yeah, gold was selling off last night. Now it looks like it's 10 o'clock, so something came out here. Yeah, manufacturing probably. I think there was some news at 10 o'clock. Let me bring this over here. Yeah, SM manufacturing. ISM PMI is better than expected. That's why we see this big move here. But way back here, so hey, it looks like it's bouncing here. If you bought here, you definitely up about 40. You went up all the way to 40 plus points. It's not just 60. Yeah, that was the news here. They used that to push the market higher. We went back to that same zone. We see that little decline from, we're just gonna have to, no, The way Ellie is looking, Ellie is definitely looking bearish right now. Ellie is doing here though, it's kind of ranging, so there's nothing is clear at the moment. Equities are going crazy. We just gotta let them settle. Now that we're selling off again. Yeah, so when you look at the equities right now, they're almost untradeable. I mean, they jump up and down. Let it cool off here. They went back to that same sell zone, and now it's doing the same thing. So now we're gonna wait for this. If you were to say where we'll be trading, probably at this point it looks like it wants to go higher. Right now it's kind of ranging around that same area. That coming from the bottom, from below. This is more like a support resistance level. Now it's acting like support because it break it, came back down, so we're going higher now. This is the kind of game they play here on those levels. Get people to go one way, but they really wanted to go the other way. Yeah. Once again, we get into that zone. It looks like we at least at 195.025, so it's right almost at the figure. So it looks like he wants to go higher now, which we're kind of bullish on it. Yeah, there you go. Here we're gonna try to go. Oh, I think we might have missed it. Oh, there you go. We're right at it. Below this range here, we want to definitely go get out of the trade, but right now we're above VWAP. Trying to go higher. So let's see what happened here. Ellie here got we're gonna tighten our stop here. Put a stop below here. See how it goes. Yes, here it's kind of being rejected up here. So let's see if we can. I think it looks like we're gonna go lower here. Yes, like it is. Geiger counter is kind of getting to neutral now. So it looks like this is just a pullback to go higher. Let's look at gold for a second. Gold is going down. Come on. Looks like this is a pullback to go higher here on gold, but definitely at a resistance level. Yes, definitely getting some selling pressure here. What Ellie is doing here. Well, we almost got to the, give it one more tick here because, yeah, I mean, looks like if it's gonna go to break even, if it goes above here, we're gonna move to break even at this point, yeah. Because right now, all we're doing is kind of ranging. Jimmy for being here. Thank you for supporting the stream. So let me know how's it going out there, guys, and how's the trading going? Any positions? Are you guys green for the day? So far, that's my trade for the day here. Trying to see if we can buy LE here, lab cattle. But it's kind of like a big battle here. Kind of got into this, it become that mess after the fact. Because here we were ranging and then we break the range to the upside. We're like, okay, we bought VWAP. Let's see if we can buy it. We got close to our stop here. Are you hip for now? Hip, for people that don't know what hip means, it's hands in pocket. So no trading going on for you, which is good because, we have the saying, it's better to be out of the trade and wish you were in, and be in and you wish you were out. Right now we're looking at LE here. It's not doing much, but we know there's gonna be a break one way or the other here. Are we gonna breaking higher, or we're gonna have to wait and see here? Yeah, it looks like we're going higher, even though this is not showing that. This is the reason. Something's happening with Ninja here. Yeah, nothing is showing. See, everything just got stopped here. Prices are moving as far as connect and reconnect. That's gonna change anything. Ninja is just not responsive right now. Man, my ES, everything is stuck. Yeah, Ninja just not responding. Unfortunately, I might have to go and restart this. I think I need to get I'm in a position that's not. What I'm gonna do is start my Ninja from my computer. Because I used to have it as a backup, but I haven't done that lately. When things like that happen, I can. Oh, your shorts are stuck as well. Wow. Okay. 194.25, or is it 195.25? Okay. Because when we left, it was at 195. 15 or something like that. Obviously, this is let me see if I can reconnect here. Really. Not, yeah, that means I'm probably got taken out of this. Hopefully they did take me out. Thank Jimmy for keeping me abreast of what's happening. This trading in itself is hard enough. Now when you're having technical difficulties like this, it's just not just your charts are back. Good for you. My charts are getting back. Yeah, my charts are getting back. The charts are still loading here, as you can see. Yes, kind of went down. Let's look at gold and see what gold is doing. We're still trying to go down here. After this stream, what I'm gonna do is reduce the amount of charts that I have. A lot of them are redundant, so it's soybean much, but sometimes I do look at it. Like right now, it looks like it wants to go lower. Gold is going higher here. Now we're at 10:30, which is a time in the market because that's when the initial balance gets formed here. We almost at the initial balance low, so it wouldn't surprise me here to see a move higher from here. May see a move higher from here. ES or the market in general. It looks like ES we're still behind. Minute 7. It's still loading here. But NQ, as you can see, is the live data. ES is catching up a little bit here. Yeah. You're gonna see this time's gonna be going down. It's just catching up at the moment. Yeah, we're kind of back to regular time here. NQ got to the VWAP here and this pivot and started to sell off again. See what LE is doing. LE is doing what LE does, which is looks like ES wants to go higher here. Okay. LE seeing some selling here on the ES. Let's see what happened. Because it got right to the VWAP here on the 3-minute. We're selling off again. So we're going higher here in ES. And step away for a minute here. Come back. I need to be back here 11. About 13 minutes. Okay, I'm back. See what happened here. Nothing spectacular. Nothing really. ES did go down and to go back up. At least still ranging. GC is, let's see. GC is looking at the big picture here. Looks like there was a stop point up there. Looks like they're trying to go down here. So here. They went all the way down to 79. And now we're ranging here. This and this is the range they're doing here. Looks like we're breaking out of that range. Yes, definitely approaching resistance here. And also, Europe is closing soon. So that's the time usually the market can be volatile. On the 5-minute, when you look at the ES structure, it's down. At 1040, we had, yeah, on this, that was a lower low compared to the structure still down really when you look at it, but 7th area looks like that's a support. So will they go higher here? Again, they're doing lower highs now. Did I say lower low for this? I meant lower high. I lost my Geiger counter again, so let's reload the script. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from and how things are going on your side. Today I took one trade with LE that's kind of was still ranging last time I looked. Yeah, it's still kind of ranging, but it looks like it wants to go lower. So we kind of got messed up. Once we had this 2 pullbacks and we went long here, we're up for a few ticks. Wasn't it? No, I think we went long right over here. But now it's kind of ranging down. Your charts keep lagging. I know the feeling. At one point we looked at this, the ES thinking it was going to go lower. But it's going higher. GC looks like on the big picture, we're getting the sell-off on ES like you usually do around this time. 11 o'clock, 11 exactly. The algos know what time it is. They just push it down 10 points. Boom, 12 points. Yeah, all right. Now the support level, though. If they're going to break that or they're going to bring it back up because the low of the day is right here at 74.50. So I don't know if they're going to go for the low of the day here or they're going to go higher. The things are looking. It looks like if I were to be trading here, it would be toward the downside. Would be to the downside here. Yeah, it's quickly heading there. And they use the 11 o'clock hour to the 11 o'clock, boom, to really bring it down quick in 2 minutes. This thing, and from the time they open here, which was right here, candle close right here. So they open 88 to 78.50 in no time. Now they're trying to push it lower. But definitely this is an area people can get trapped short as well. Trying to short it here because we are too close to the low of the day. And I know it's got a good 5-6 points in between, but 5-6 months right now in the ES is not what it used to be. 5-6 months right now, it's a blank. Yeah, I remember when I first started trading futures 12-13 years ago, maybe before that, because I started with Forex almost 20 years ago, but it used to be, a grind. Now it's with the volatility and the bots and the buying, constant buying and selling, just not what it used to be. Again, they're forming a base here, so definitely something's gonna give soon here. Looks like my chart got stuck again. Yeah, my chart got stuck. I'm 17 seconds behind, 16. We're catching up again here because it looks like it did go toward the low. It didn't break it, but it did go toward the low. We're back to data here, to live data. All right, so I think we're done with LE here. We're not gonna try to. Even though there's 3 more hours to go on LE, there's still more time. It's it's only been an hour and a half into trading session, and we're trying to see this one was gonna be a pullback to this VWAP. I think right now what they're doing is taking both sides of orders, and then they'll decide to push it one way or the other. Yes, right now, yeah. See that? If you want to sell here, it definitely got you here. Definitely got you. Can't sell it because it's too close to the low. There would be a contrarian trade right now, but the buy make more sense here because we're so close to the low of the day. Until they make a new low, this is a strong support here. Once again, this is a low that I have to break it before we can say, hey, this is. It looks like on the ES it just broke the low. So if you want to trade it here, that would be that would have been just a quick scalp, a few points. 78 to 82. Yeah, that's kind of odd. I just look on my other chart. Yeah, it is 70. I thought it was 74 because this is supposed to be showing the low of the day. This is a brown line here, but definitely the low of the day was 70.25. Yeah, so now definitely they pushed that. They pushed past that. So no, this is ES. I'm looking at ES. Maybe I don't know. Are you looking at MES? Because this is ES right here. As you can see, top left of your screen. Yeah, that Europe closing short definitely in hindsight looks very, very good. Even though, we definitely, but because this market the way it is right now, it's just not conducive to like technical trading. There's a lot of because when we get to here, that was a sell from Europe closing, Europe closing soon. So we're looking at, chasing a short here is definitely not the best. We would need to see a pullback all the way back to this level at 75. We may get that pullback. If we get that pullback, then we might be inclined to sell it. This is a push up here toward that level. Let's see if we can get it here. Let's see, yeah. To me, this is a pullback. Hopefully they go to this level. And then if we see some price action here that may help us decide if we want to engage on that. Oh my goodness, my thing is locked again. Oh, okay, ES is moving again. Something's going on with ES in particular. Everything else is moving. Actually, didn't even make it to that zone. You get to 72, now it's selling off. Now, the interesting thing to see here is, what if we go back down to this area and bounce higher? Would it be a buy? Would this be a buy here? All right, we're getting to that zone. Let's see if it reacts to this zone to the upside here, or is it just, if it just blows through it? That's $1 million question. Well, it looks like so far the zone is holding. But they may retest it. Yeah. It's like we're moving away from it now. Again, I would wait for, could be a retest here. Then we go higher and drink some water. All right, they're retesting that zone again. Is it they going to go through it this time? Or, yeah, they are. Here you go. Yeah, looks like they're going for it. Well, they're doing what they usually do. They go back and probe this area and get some people short. Now they're moving it higher. Or is it just getting some people some hope and just move it lower? So it's about to be 11:30, which is lunchtime. So this is not a time that we really should be trying to take a position here. Gotta wait and see when things get clearer here. Because all they're doing here is just playing around that zone here. All right, LE's still doing this thing, kind of ranging here. Going back and forth around VWAP. Soybeans approaching a pivot, going higher. GC just shot all the way up here. Let's see. Yeah, so GC going back higher. Look at ES on the big picture in the 30 minutes. We're still a big red candle here. 7 more minutes it will close. So that will tell us a lot about how, if it's a big wick to the upside, that could say, hey, this might be the low of the day. But if they close toward the low of the day and they made a new low here, I'll tell us, hey, maybe the selling will keep going. Or they may make a new low to get some people short and turn it around, because right now it's lunchtime. They've been selling all day, all pre-market. So that could be an opportunity for them to turn it around lunchtime here, because volume is going to be a little lower here too. Let's look at relative volume. Okay, yes. Looking at the push higher here. They're pushing higher. And today we got more volume than an average day. It's already 42% more volume than an average day. Volatile here. But again, definitely want to be trusting. We need to be buying this market. Maybe we have to be above 77. Maybe break 77 and come back to it. Would be a good still. We'll have to go higher here. Break it and go. But right now it looks like we're pushing lower here. We're pressing toward those lows. 70.25, which is the low of the day before the previous low of the day, I guess. Or is it? That was the initial balance low. That served right now, that was support at one point. Now it's serving as resistance, which makes sense. Getting some bearish volume here. When you look at this market in hindsight, everything makes sense. But at the same time, we got to say, hey, how can we react to what's happening right now? Let's go back to the Renko bar. It's 11:27. Got 3 minutes to 11:30. Definitely we have some buyers here when we look at the order flow here, but I'm not sure they can sustain the selling and contain it. The sellers are looks like they are being absorbed over here. So this big, that yellow line tells me, that's where we have the most volume, is toward the bottom of this candle. So if they're pushing high, if they close higher here, we have a chance to go higher. Close 15. Yeah, some buying coming in here. Could be because it's only a few seconds before the close. They're trying to cash out the profits from the sell. Yeah, that could be it. Or it could be a complete reversal here. Oh, that's a big candle. Yeah, again, it's like 10 more seconds here. Let's see what happens. There you go. It's a wick here, but I think they may come back and test those lows again if they want to move it higher. Typically, we don't go close to 12 o'clock, but today we'll take a stream until 12. We'll take a break. I'll go make myself something to eat, and then I may look at the market later. But right now, it's that I want to trade right now. From all that selling that happened earlier, so the market internals are completely red. So in a place like this, you can say, yeah, I'm going to favor the short, but we're near the low of the day. So anything can happen here. They can definitely flip this on us on a dime. So trends definitely, the short term is down. So yeah, tempted to go along here, but it's just not. I would be trying to pick the bottom here. When you try to pick bottoms, you get smashed like this. See that? If you try to pick a bottom here, you get smashed. Yeah, there you go. Make a new low. Could this be the new low they wanted to make to go higher here? We will not know for another few minutes. So that's the thing with trading. You're trading with some incomplete information. You have some information, but since you're not the one pushing the market one way or the other, we're just participating wherever the big boys want to take it. You're playing with some incomplete information here. I'm gonna make a comparison here. This is not exactly what trading is, but trading is like poker. Sometimes you have the best hand. Sometimes you don't know what the opponent has. So, like right now, if you try to go long here, you get smashed, Honestly, back in the day, I'd probably try to pick that bottom here, but it's no longer me. You gotta prove it to me. Prove it to me that you wanted to go higher. But right now, it looks like they want to go lower. Even though this candle here was a below average candle as far as volume. It's about 20. A few more seconds here. We're gonna get a new bar. So let's see how this bar closes. Yeah, right now we're looking on the other flow, the battle here, but we got basically two positive bars here to the upside. So they're trying to bring it down here, they couldn't. So That could be a sign we might be going higher here. And also be the fact that we have the point of control of this candle was at the bottom of it. And that point of control moved higher. Obviously, we're moving higher here with the point of control. That could be more and more. That means more and more contracts are being traded higher and higher. But it's gotta wait. You have to wait, yeah. Okay, Jimmy said he's walking away from a bit. Yeah, that's a good thing because sometimes you just gotta walk away from this market. You start getting tempted like this to go one way or the other when things are not clear. I mean, like right now, in hindsight, hey, buy here at 55 would have been great. We didn't know that. So now this could have been what we're looking for as far as to go long here. If you wanted to go long, some kind of push, make a new low, and then no follow through, and then we're moving high. Still, when you look at this, yeah, this is like a range. We're like in that little box right here, and if we get out of the box, we're gonna hit some resistance. So that's why earlier I said above 77, that could be a place to try to play long, but I would, I would want it to go higher, maybe get to 84, 85, then give me that pullback to 77 area, 75, and then go higher. Going higher, we may, the way this market's been moving, we may even make a new high for the day. So, or at least get back to about 5,800. So, the best thing to do when you're uncertain in this market is not to do anything. The best way to approach this. Once again, we're seeing some selling coming in here. Let's see, this is 60 and a quarter. Or to go higher, you have to be at 64 and a quarter. A new bar would fall. The VWAP is all over at 50.97. As you can see what they're doing here, they're just ranging here. Getting buys and sells in this range. Eventually, they'll push it much lower, much higher now. Because things are the way they've been, I would say, I'm sorry, I had to let it yawn out. But, yeah, basically here we're looking at, can we go lower here? Yes, we always can go lower. That's what they just did here. They made a new low here at 53.50. Will it stay? Will it be sustained here? I don't know. It's 11:42. It's basically lunchtime. So we may see this action here for a while before we decide to go one way or the other. So, all right. So definitely looks like they want to push lower, which is, yeah, let's try to wait the low. Let's see. Keep playing back and forth at those lows here, getting people short. Come back and tag them out if they move their stop to break even too quickly. So, be it right here. Because when I look at both of those bullish candles here, there's some absorption here. Look at how some sellers got trapped here. Yeah, if you sell right here, they come back and tag you out. You sell right here again, they came back and tag you out. So it's a cat and mouse game they're playing right now. There you go. Here's the push down. But again, look at how the most contract got traded here at the low. That's 52. So could that be a sign of a reversal here? Don't know. Yeah, they're pushing higher now. It's a big bug that just flew toward my head. And also we're close to 50, which is a pretty significant number. 57.50. They may come back down and test that because they got the low here is 51 or 52. Yeah. So if they hit 50, we may see a bounce there at 50. Interesting that the sellers, yeah, looks like some people are getting trapped down here. That's in the selling. They might get rescued here too. 52. I remember it says 50 was going to be a place that the buyers might want to step in. They get to 50.75 here to wait and see. Oh, there you go. Ellie finally decided to turn back to the upside. It's okay here. So 53 entry. Definitely, if you enter here at 53 after this positive bar, you definitely have break even at this point. They're not out of the woods yet with this market the way it's going here. Also, long this candle is 75. Yeah, 50.75. That could be the reversal here. We'll see. Again, it's 12 o'clock almost, so trying to trade this. I'm going to sit on my hands for now. Just watch and see how things go here. And sometimes the best position to be in the market is not to be long or not to be short, is to be flat. Flat is a position. So we're hitting that, this is supposed to be a resistance area. So we can definitely see some down movement here. This was support. They've been definitely the market play around this for a while. Having some resistance here is normal. Yeah, looks like we want to keep pushing lower here. Yeah, this market here for the next probably 2 hours might still be in that state of pushing higher and lower. Nothing really picking a direction. I mean, the direction is clear for now as far as the big picture. We're down. But the interesting thing is, the interesting question would be, will we have a reversal here? Because typically on lunchtime, that could be served as the time they reverse the market. So in this case, it was going down, so they may push it higher here. If it was going up, it would be a fade to the downside. But at the moment, nothing really too exciting. It's a back and forth here, and I don't want to get caught up one way or the other here. With that said, I think I'm gonna end the stream and go take a breather, and then I'll come back later. I'll look at my charts again. If there's something there, I might trade. But as you can see here, we were long out here in this area. They came all the way back down and take out those people that got long here. If your stop was down here, which is the logical place to have your stop on live cattle, they take you out. Now they're going higher. So ZS still going higher. GC, last time I checked, it was going higher. No, ES, which is primarily why we trade, is kind of like a stalemate right here. Just going back and forth in that range. And there's a lot of, you can say to yourself, hey, this may be going higher here until you actually go above 7. Yeah, even above this band here. Let's see what happened here, because it keeps bumping its head against it. All right, with that said, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel and the stream. Hope that you have some good trading going in this afternoon. We'll take it. We'll go from here. So with that said, have a good one. Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys here tomorrow morning around 9 o'clock. Thank you. Bye-bye.